Okay, so Janice is not with us this morning, so she's left me in charge. And now, poor kids, because this morning what we're going to do is we're going to do a quiz to recap on the whole story of Moses. And it's going to be kids versus adults, but one of the star kids is not here. So, this morning I've asked Claire for she be an honorary kid. Kids, are you happy to have Claire on your team? Yeah? Now, when Janice said, what type of a quiz do you want? And the last time we played with the balls, remember trying to get the balls in the basket? But this time I said, I'm hungry, I want spaghetti. So we're going to do a spaghetti quiz. And I think, Claire, as well as you answering questions, you can tie the knots for the kids, yeah? Okay? And who could we have for the adults who would be good at tying knots? I think, Robert, you could tie a good knot, couldn't you? Right, okay. So, what happens is if you get a question right, then you pull a bit of string out, and then you tie all the other bits of string that you've got out, and whoever's got the longest string at the end wins. Okay, so we're going to have to set this somewhere. See, Claire never knew that was a spaghetti shell. Right, so, if you remember, the children of Israel, that's God's family, and they were living as slaves in Egypt. And Pharaoh was scared of them because there were so many of them. And Pharaoh ordered that all the baby boys should be killed. But one day, his daughter, the princess, was out walking and she found a basket. Now, for the kids, does anybody know what was in the basket when the princess was out walking? Dennis? Moses. Baby Moses was in the basket. Yes? Very good. So, Dennis, you can put one piece of string. Oh! Not much time, it's your first one. Okay, so the princess felt sorry for him and took him to live in the palace. And when Moses grew up, he felt like he didn't really belong there. But he also didn't fit in with the children of Israel. So Moses ran away. Now this is a question for the adults. Why did Moses run away? No, this is for the adults. Oh, no adults? Yes, look.
Because Moses is...
No. Look.
Moses killed.
He did, and he was scared to swear by her. Very good. So, oh, very good. I'll give this to Robert so he can tackle the rest. As soon as you get some more time. That might be the adult's only question. Okay, so what do we have next? So Moses ended up, yes, because he killed somebody and Pharaoh found out about it. So Moses ended up looking after sheep away in the desert. And one day he saw a bush and it was all on fire and burning. And he heard a voice from inside it. Now this is for the kids. Whose voice did Moses hear in the burning bush? Yeah, he does say God. Yes, very good. You choose one of the strings. You choose one of the strings. Oh, yes. So, Claire, do those two. See? So, and God wanted Moses to speak to Pharaoh and tell him to let his people go and go to a good new land that God had promised. So, for the adults, did Moses agree right away? That was a good answer. Oh, sorry. I thought it was for the adults. Yeah, okay, sorry. Okay, so, and eventually, so Moses did agree right away. No, he didn't agree right away. He made all sorts of excuses. But eventually he did go to tell Pharaoh what God had said. But Pharaoh wouldn't agree. So God sent 10 plagues to punish Pharaoh. And also to prove to everyone that God is all powerful and He is Lord of all. Now this is for the kids. Can you name 2 of the plagues? Dennis, you're going to have a go.
No, I question 4.
Does the river turn to blood? Yeah.
C is 4.
The frogs, yes, frogs and river turn into blood. Yes, very good. Oh. Right, for the adults now, can you name 2 more of the plagues? 2 more plagues. We've had frogs and rivers turn into blood. Locusts. And what else?
Boils.
Boils, yes, locusts and boils. Well, let Robert put this one because he has to put it up, yes. See if he's good to put it as he has time. Oh! Right. Yes, so we had boils and we had locusts, and we had gnats, and we had fleas, and we had hail, and we had all the animals dying and stuff like that. So I wasn't keeping count of how many that I got there. But Moses kept saying no, and it was a bit like a tug of war. Remember we had the puppets doing the tug of war? And sometimes it looked like Pharaoh was going to let them go, and they said no, no. So, and that kept happening until God said, I'm going to send 1 more plague, and then Pharaoh will agree. And the final plague was that all the firstborn, the oldest child in every family would die. But God promised, God promised a way so the children of Israel would stay safe, and this wouldn't happen to their families. So God said they had to take a baby lamb and kill it. But what did they have to do? This is for the kids. What did they have to do with the blood? Put it on the door. Very good. Yes, so you take this one. This one, okay, good. Oh. Right. And so for the adults, okay, so the way that they kept safe was they put the blood of the lamb over the door and the top of the door and down the doorpost. And they still celebrate this as a feast. What do they call, what's the name for this? Passover. Very good. Very good. I will say Janice made this pot and it was a double bluff. There's hardly enough there to tie on it. Okay, and did you know that Jesus actually celebrated on the Passover on the night that he was crucified? So they kept celebrating the Passover right through. Now Pharaoh told them all to go, and they escaped the cruel slave drivers. But then they got to the Red Sea. They got to the Red Sea, and there was no way across the sea in front of them. And Pharaoh's army was behind them. So for the kids, what happened? I know that was the one for the adults. Sorry, it was. Right, okay. So what happened? What happened next when they were stuck between the army behind them and the sea in front of them? Dennis?
Here is...
The sea is, yeah. Oh. Yes. God separated the water and made a dry path to get through. And now they were totally free, and the army couldn't even come behind them, and they set off on their journey to the promised land. And God led them and guided them with fire and smoke to follow, and he showed them the way. But do you know what they did? They complained. They complained that there was no food. So for the kids... Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, this says... Well, this says for kids, so kids are getting an extra question. So, what did God do for them when they complained that they had no food? Dennis?
Give them food.
Give them food? And what was it called? Manna. Okay, that was good. Dennis did the last one, so I can let you pick one. Which one is good? Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Right, okay. So he sent them manna, and every day they got exactly enough, but still they kept on complaining and arguing. And so God gave them a set of rules that they could live by. So this is for the adults. What were these 10 rules called?
10 Commandments.
Very good, yes. So, and eventually they arrived at somewhere they think might be this promised land that God had told them about. And God told Moses to send in spies to check it out. So he sent 12 spies, and they all went and they all saw the same things. But some saw a good land with great crops, but not all of them believed this was the promised land. And some of them were too afraid of the people who lived there, and they didn't trust that God could help them. So this is for the kids. How many of the 12 spies did know that God was going to help them? So how many? Because 12 went in. 2. Yes, 2. There was 2 good ones. So we're going to put one here. Yeah. Oh. Okay. And then a final question for the adults. What were the names? Notice if the adults. What were the names? If the adults don't know, now you can answer, Dennis. What was the name of the 2 good spies? Joshua and Caleb. Very good. Oh, Robert, right, okay, so Robert tied that, and Claire, you come up and we'll see who's actually got the longest piece of string.
This last question.
That was the last question, yes? So all through the story of Moses we see that when things are hard or look scary, we need to trust God. And He wants good things for us, but we need to trust Him. And if God says something is going to happen, it will, in His time and with His help. And all we have to do is trust Him and obey Him. So we're going to see now who's got the longest piece of string. Now the kids, it's going to take some beating, I think. Look at this. Right? Okay, so I better hold up, take the other end of Robert's. Don't tell me it's a draw. Let me see. What about that? What about that? I'm thinking that for the kids who were super.
That would be the first time.
That's right, the kids always win. Okay, so we're going to sing this song. Because the story of Moses really shows that our God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing that He can't do. So we're going to have to put the string down so we can do actions. Yeah? Doing actions with the string in your hand is kind of hard. So, yeah. Our God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing that He cannot do. Our God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing that He cannot do. The mountains are His, the rivers are His, the stars are His handiwork too. Our God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing that He cannot do. Our God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing that He cannot do. Our God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing that He cannot do. The mountains are His, the rivers are His, the stars are His handiwork.